Good morning. My name is Dick Bailey, and on behalf of our lead minister, Reverend Teresa Soto, guest preacher, Beyssa Buil, worship producer, Vincent Rain, the Joyful Noise Band, musicians Susan Keiter, Renee Witten, and Stefan Schneider, our own pop-up choir, and others on the worship team. Welcome to worship service with the First Unitarian Church of Oakland. Please turn off your camera while we begin our service and light our chalice and candles. This will allow us to begin with a quiet space. We will turn on our cameras and greet one another later in the service. And for your best viewing experience, we recommend that you make certain you have the up-to-date version of the Zoom app on your computer.
Morning. My name is Debbie Kaplan, and I'm a member of the Board of Trustees of this glorious church. Hearing that music this morning, it made me happy to be here and sad all at the same time that we're not there in person yet. We're really glad that you're here. We are an intentionally multi-generational, multiracial, multicultural, inclusive, and anti-oppressive religious community. You are welcome here. We invite you to fill out the guest connection card you will see in the chat. We want to be able to support your exploration of what's available in our community that interests you and how you might participate. So welcome. Now, before we begin our worship service, we have a few reminders. Today at 12:30, shortly after this service, the Earth Justice Associates Program will be meeting to further our goals to help protect and restore the Earth and its natural resources. There's a link in the chat for how you can join that meeting. All are welcome, especially these days. On August 18th at 7:30 in the evening, there's a session that we call Starting Point, Introduction to First Unitarian Oakland. Whether you're new or you've been attending for a while, come find out about the values, practices, and people of First Unitarian. We'll talk about Unitarian Universalism. What is it? What do we believe? The congregation itself, our beautiful mission, and the future that we are building here in Oakland. On August 25th at 7 p.m., there's an info meeting for people wanting to know more about the Coming of Age program. And if you're interested in that, RSVP to Nicole, Nicole, at uuoakland.org. For Zoom details about all of these meetings, email yesplease at uuoakland.org. And if you just want more information about these events and other events that we've got going, please read Chalice Chatter, our online newsletter, or visit the online calendar at uuoakland.org/calendar.
Thank you, Debbie. Today our chalice lighting comes from the Reverend Don Shea Cooley, who believes that Unitarian Universalists are called to love the hell out of the world. Please join me in saying her words. We light our chalice this morning, grateful for the love that we experience in this beloved community. May the flame light the way for all who seek such abundance. In addition, we light our red candle in recognition of the Black Lives Matter movement. We commit to dismantling with daily action the systemic racism that tries to deny the full humanity of Black people. And now, our pop-up choir, directed by Susan Keiter, will treat us to I Wish That I Could Show You by Barbara McAfee, inspired by Hafiz.
I wish that I could show you. I wish that I could show you whenever you're lonely or walking in the dark. I wish that I could show you. I wish that I could show you the astonishing light of your being. I wish that I could show you. I wish that I could show you whenever you're lonely or walking in the dark. I wish that I could show you. I wish that I could show you the astonishing light of your being. Won't you please join us? I wish that I could show you. I wish that I could show you whenever you're lonely or walking in the dark. I wish that I could show you. I wish that I could show you the astonishing light of your being. One more time as one. I wish that I could show you. I wish that I could show you whenever you're lonely or walking in the dark. I wish that I could show you. I wish that I could show you the astonishing light of your being.
That was just gorgeous. You may have seen the following reading on Facebook recently, as it was posted last week by the Reverend Mary McKinnon Gans, with whom many of you are friends. Before Mary became a capital M minister, she's always been a small m minister. She was a member of this congregation. I had the good fortune to take an adult religious education course that she offered on Unitarian Universalism and the Bible. This reading didn't come from that, though it could have, because it touches on common Christian Universalist proclivities, something that Mary and I share, especially if you interchange the words God and love. It is entitled Sunday Prayer and was crafted by the contemporary mystic Shulan Harkin and can be found in her recent book of poetry, Susceptible to Light. The worst thing that we ever did was put God in the sky, out of reach, pulling the divinity from the leaf, sifting out the holy from our bones, insisting God isn't bursting dazzlement through everything we've made a hard commitment to see as ordinary, stripping the sacred from everywhere to put it in a cloud man elsewhere, prying closeness from your heart. The worst thing we ever did was take the dance and the song out of prayer, made it sit up straight and cross its legs, removed it of rejoicing, wiped clean its hip sway, its questions, its ecstatic yowl, its tears. The worst thing we ever did is pretend God isn't the easiest thing in this universe, available to every soul in every breath. Amen. Please remain muted, but join with church musicians Susan Keiter and Renee Witten in singing hymn number 21, For the Beauty of the Earth.
For the beauty of the earth, for the splendor of the skies, for the love which from our birth over and around us lies. Source of all, to thee we raise this our hymn of grateful praise. For the joy of ear and eye, for the heart and mind's delight, for the mystic harmony, linking sense to sound and sight. Source of all, to thee we raise this our hymn of grateful praise. For the wonder of each hour, of the day and of the night, hill and vale and tree and flower, sun and moon and stars of light. Source of all, to thee we raise this our hymn of grateful praise. For the joy of human care, sister, brother, parent, child, for the kinship we all share, for all gentle thoughts and mild. Source of all, to thee we raise this our hymn of grateful praise.
On your mark, get set. Now we will unmute our microphones and greet our neighbors.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Sunday.
Good
Happy Sunday, everybody.
Morning.
Good morning.
Marcy.
Good
Welcome back,
morning.
Pastor Teresa.
Mary, Mary, how you
Morning, Debbie.
doing?
You're in your new dig.
Hey, everybody. Marcy, how
Yeah,
are
Miss Teresa.
Reverend Teresa, good to see you back.
I'm turned off. Hi, Ron.
Morning.
Morning, Judith.
Welcome back.
All of
Hey, Mary.
Hi,
Janet. Hi,
Gary.
Evelyn.
Emily. Hi, Jane.
Oh my gosh,
Debbie Brown.
Hey, Tara. Hi, Emily.
New
Janet.
baby.
Hi, Deborah. Hi, Judith.
Ladies and Evelyn.
Hi, MJ.
Carol and Dave.
And right, hello.
Hey, Marcy.
Good morning, everyone. I did.
Hi, Tara.
What a beautiful
Hi,
start
Kathy.
to worship.
Hi, Tara Miller.
Hi, Ron.
Wow. Good morning, MJ.
So
Hi,
far, the
MJ.
service is gorgeous.
Good morning.
Back to being a cat.
Thank you.
Welcome, River. Good morning.
Hi, River. Hi, Hillary.
Hi, Debbie Brown.
Oh, there's
Hi,
River.
Helen.
Hello.
Claudine, good morning.
Good morning, Greg.
Hi, James.
Hello.
Okay, folks, if you wouldn't mind
Okay, now we're mute.
going back on mute
Be quiet again.
and quieting in a most worshipful way. Please welcome back, straight from their world tour, by way of the lovely Rogue Valley in Southern Oregon, our lead minister, the Reverend Teresa Ninan Soto.
I was saying, y'all, Dick Bailey whipped out a trumpet. That's some big love right there. I am really glad to be back with you this morning. I would like to reflect with you for just a few moments on a particular story. And the story starts with Mrs. Hawk. And Mrs. Hawk is thinking, she says to Mr. Hawk, you know, I think we should make some friends in this jungle. So Mr. Hawk did just that. He crossed the lake and visited with the kingfisher. And they laughed and told jokes. Anytime you need, just call me, friend. And they agreed they would look out for each other. Then Mr. Hawk talked to Mr. and Mrs. Turtle. They talked and they were very kind, although they did talk slowly. Well, they said, are you sure you don't want any more cookies? Mr. Hawk said, oh no, I couldn't possibly eat another bite. But if you ever need us, you just call on Mrs. Hawk and me. And they said, we sure will. You do the same. So they did. Then Mr. Hawk went a little further and he met with Mr. Lion. They used to have a royalty thing going on, but he preferred to contribute to the community differently. So Mr. Lion said, well, Mr. Hawk, it's good to see you today. Just out here playing some hoops with the boy in front of the den, you know. So they joined. And soon they had a good time and they were laughing. Then the sun went down and it was time for Mr. Hawk to go home. Do you know what happened? Hunters came and they hunted and they hunted and they hunted. But honestly, they weren't that good. And they didn't catch anything. But they did hear the nest of the baby hawks. Cheeping, cheeping, cheeping. And they said, well, we haven't caught anything. We should go to sleep. And in the morning, we should eat these baby birds. Mrs. Hawk heard that and she said, Mr. Hawk, we have to do something. You have to call our friends for help. So he called the kingfisher. And the kingfisher said, I know what I'll do. And he flapped his wings and flapped his wings until the fire of the hunters ran out of air and it extinguished. And they kept lighting the fire and the kingfisher kept putting it out. But by the middle of the night, by the late of the almost morning, he was really tired. And so Mrs. Hawk said, Mr. Hawk, you have to go get different help. Mr. Kingfisher is too tired. So he went and got the turtle. And the turtle said, I know what I will do. And he put mud on the fire and the fire went out over and over. And the hunters thought, this jungle is just a tough jungle. So they said, it's okay. We'll just keep going. We're going to turn around and catch these baby birds. So Mr. Hawk went and got the lion. And Mr. Lion roared and he made his mane very large until the hunters got scared and went away. What is a hunter? a threat, real or perceived. What is a friend? A friend is you. What is a village of friends? This whole community. I am really glad to be back where we commit to share our talents, to share our knowledge, to share our commitments, to make the world a better place. This year, lots is going to unfold that's different, that's adaptive, that's holding our values and our connection as the very most important thing that we have between and among us. And we don't know what that'll look like, but we know that we commit to remain together. And in that way, I'm glad to be back with you. We have Beyssa with us this morning. I know you've met her previously. I just want to lift up. Beyssa is a graduate of Meadville Lombard Theological School and also a movement chaplain with very definite mission to support organizations in Miami that are making justice and freedom for people. So we're really glad to have them with us today.
Thank you, Reverend Ninan Soto. I am so glad to be here with all of you again. As we bring to mindfulness now that as we fill our hearts with compassion and ever-expanding love, we are then able to have that ever-expanding love towards others. So let us be gentle with ourselves and with each other so that each moment we are able to capture the beauty of our abundant hearts. May it be so. I want to acknowledge how grateful I am to see you all here today, and especially acknowledge how brave each one of you are as we sit together, our hearts having made many difficult journeys this week in grappling the uncertainty that comes with navigating the situation that erupted about 1.5 years ago with the virus known as COVID-19 or COVID or coronavirus. This really touches upon how fragile life is and what a gift we have each and every day. As we pay special attention to our hearts today, so that we can create the courage and the emotional setting for us to be able to embrace universal love to all and towards oneself. A courage where embracing radical inclusivity is found. Our world needs agents of love and change for the broadest of inclusion of people that we can imagine. An inclusivity that will change the welcomer. Going back to our hearts, our physical hearts go through the tremendous journey of beating over 100,000 times per day, which adds up to about 3 billion beats over an average lifetime. Humans have had an interesting theories about the heart and its relationship in spirituality. In the Vedanta school of Hinduism, the soul, or the Sanskrit word Atman, was credited with the ability to enliven the body. It was located by ancient anatomists and philosophers in the heart. The earliest theory pertaining to the location of the soul is thought to have come from ancient Egypt during the 3rd millennium BC. The soul was composed of several parts: the Ba, Ka, Ren, Shut, and the Ib. The Ib was located in the heart and considered the vital force that brought human beings to life. Now, because the Ib was also responsible for thoughts and feelings, its status determined a person's fate upon their death in that tradition. This took place during heart-weighing ceremony in which Anubis, god of death, mummification, embalming, the afterlife, cemeteries, tombs, and the underworld, would feed the heaviest hearts to the demon Ammit. It was believed that the ancient Egyptian view of the heart formed the foundation for later theories on the location for the human soul. And now we'll jump over to the 4th century BC, when the Greek philosopher Aristotle identified the heart as the most important organ of the body. It was the seat of the intelligence, motion, and sensation, a hot, dry organ. In the 12th century, the heart, as Master Nicholas had aptly observed, was the primary spiritual member of the body. As such, it was a seat of all emotions. Now we get to the contemporary definition of heart, which reads, a hollow muscular organ that pumps the blood through the circulatory system by rhythmic contraction and dilation. The heart, regarded as the center of a person's thoughts and emotions, especially love or compassion, one's mood or feeling, courage or enthusiasm, the central or innermost part of something, the vital part of essence. So it seems that science and something sacred is still attributed in the definition we use for our most important body part. So how does this correlate with the fabulous destiny of an abundant heart? Close your eyes or keep them open, but picture a girl named Amélie living in the 18th arrondissement of Paris, known as Montmartre, who grew up with slightly eccentric parents, who, incorrectly believing she had a heart defect, decided to homeschool her and keep her away from anything outside of the home that would agitate her. This situation of being cloistered allowed Amélie to develop the skills for embracing the simple pleasures of life, and her favorite ultimate skill was observing people. Sometimes it would be through binoculars, and sometimes it would be with her camera, Polaroid. In her observing her surroundings, she began to notice people suffering. And she also began to notice that lots of people that were around the person that was suffering would not see what was going on. So Amélie decided to engage in random acts of kindness for each person that she would interact with. And this definitely led her to fabulous encounters, sometimes known as miracles. So how do we nurture our hearts so that they can fulfill their fabulous journey to expansiveness? I will share with you a practice that I do daily so that I could be reminded and recognize how much we human beings and all living creatures are all united in our common aspiration to be happy and not suffer. And so we wish them well with this short meditation, mantra, prayer, however you interpret this practice to be. And it's central that you do it when you wake up, so it sets your day. So now we're going to actually practice this together. Find a comfortable position in your chair and keep your spine erect, or as much as you can. Keep your feet on the floor and take a cleansing breath. And if you feel comfortable, put your hands in your heart, and that way you can be close to this organ. And I'm going to read each line first, and then I will say it a second time, and you will all say it together. May I be safe and protected and free from inner and outer harm. May I be safe and protected and free from inner and outer harm. May I be happy and content. May I be happy and content. May I be healthy and whole to whatever degree is possible. May I be healthy and whole to whatever degree is possible. May I experience ease of well-being. May I experience ease of well-being. Now take a cleansing breath. And then we will say the meditation and focus it either to specific people, and you can picture them in your mind, or you can just focus on them, or you can focus it on all people. Again, I will say it the first time, and then the second time we'll all say it together. May she, he, they be safe and protected and free from inner and outer harm. May she, he, they be safe and protected and free from inner and outer harm. May she, he, they be happy and content. May she, he, they be happy and content. May she, he, they be healthy and whole to whatever degree is possible. May she, he, they be healthy and whole to whatever degree is possible. May she, he, they experience ease of well-being. And now you're welcome to put your hands down and come back into your space, connecting to your heart and in this room. To engage in this way of centering our day with a loving kindness meditation is to recognize and nurture our own heart's essential freedom and inclusiveness, our own humanity in all its beauty, in the here and the now, with things exactly as they are in this moment. This state of abundance is connected with a deep sense of gratitude. The more we can realize and connect with this state, the more we can undertake all things with a sense of expansiveness and radical inclusivity. Our inner abundance radiates a sense of worth, value, and ease of having something to give to the world as we begin to transform our relationships to experiencing the here and now. With a full heart, we can care for this beautiful and troubled world and navigate the fragile complexities of life. Fyodor Dostoevsky wrote, "Love every leaf, every ray of light. Love the animals, the plants, love everything. If you love everything, you will perceive the mystery of the universe, God, each other, in all. You will come at last to love the whole world with an all-embracing love. Let the fabulous destiny of an abundant heart lead you to that all-embracing love. I do love you. Yes, I do."
Thank you, Reverend Beyssa. Whenever I ask folks who have moved away what they miss about our congregation besides the people, they invariably say the music. Joyful noise, chancel choir, crescendo choir, pop-up choir, guest musicians. We've been so very blessed. Now, a little known fact about our music program is that on one fateful Sunday, when the church musicians came down with something at the last minute, I was asked to fill in playing piano because I used to do sing-along piano in piano bars. Fortunately, I was familiar with the hymns that Sunday because I don't sight read. But then it came to the offering. What to play while the usher passed the plate that would connect with folks' generosity. I don't do classical music, which in those days was standard during that part of the service. My first thought was to play Pony Boy for Pony Up, but that connection seemed a bit of a stretch. I finally settled for a bit of Joel Grey from Cabaret playing Money, 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 followed by an homage to Teresa Brewer, Put Another Nickel in the Nickelodeon, neither garnering any audible response. Finally, out of desperation, I played Buddy, Can You Spare a Dime? And I heard Laurel Eggenberger bust out laughing, and I knew that I'd connected. Hopefully, worship each week is filled with surprises that connect to your soul and also to your generosity. Here are many ways to give. Will the virtual ushers please come forward?
From you I receive, to you I give. Together we share, and by this we live. From you I receive, to you I give. Together we share, and by this we live.
Please remain muted and join me in saying our congregational commitment to the work of the church, which is weaving a tapestry of love we call community. We dedicate ourselves, and these are offerings. Now here is Stefan Schneider, the always wonderful Stefan Schneider, performing our closing song, One Love, People Get Ready.
One love, one heart. Let's get together and feel alright. One love, one heart. Let's get together and feel alright. People get ready, there's a train a-coming. You don't need no ticket, you just get on board. All you need is faith to keep that diesel humming. You don't need no ticket, you just thank the Lord. One love, one heart, let's get together and feel alright. One love, one heart, let's get together and feel alright. People get ready, there's a train to Jordan, picking up passengers from coast to coast. All you need is faith, keep that diesel humming. You don't need no ticket, you just thank the Lord. One love, one heart, let's get together and feel alright. One love, one heart, let's get together and feel alright. People get ready, there's a train a-comin'. You don't need no baggage, you just get on board. All you need is faith, keep the diesel humming. You don't need no ticket, you just thank the Lord. One love, one heart, let's get together and feel alright. One love, one heart, let's get together and feel alright.
How grateful I am for the service today. Such beautiful music, such a word from Beyssa. Thank you, Beyssa. Really helpful. Let's go ahead and take a couple of easy breaths. Long ago, before Oakland, Emeryville, Berkeley, before the United States of America, before Spanish missions, were the native Ohlone people who have been inhabiting what we now call the Bay Area for thousands of years. They were a part of the people of the broad inlet of the sea, where the land curves inward. Since then, there is a village. In the village, there are many kinds of people. People who worship a god with a long beard. People who worship a god who's a mother. People who worship nobody at all. But all of them look out for one another. And when a great sickness came to the land, the people stayed in their homes and they sent messages to one another. And then a fire came to the land and the people blocked the windows with damp cloth. And an evil grand vizier came to power. He spread many rumors that his supporters were better than the others. Of course, rumors lead to other rumors, and soon there were wars and squabbles, but all the while, the people in the village kept caring for one another and for the world itself. And they decided that if there was one message they could spread through the hurting lands, it was this: people matter, and the planet matters. They are each and all beloved. The things we do matter. We combine our actions for collective power. And so they live in the village, acting to heal the sick, burning, fighting world. And each day they live in a constant dance and celebration of this message. So may we go into your week and live into the message that you matter and the people that you love matter. Amen.